Very good morning, students. Today I am going to deliver my talk on liposome. This is the raw structure of the liposome where you are able to see the polar head and non-polar head, which is comprises with respect to the aqueous phase where we are able to incorporate the hydrophilic drug molecule. This is the agenda of my today's presentations, wherein I am going to focus on introduction, composition of liposome, mechanism of liposome formation, then classification, method of preparation and characterization, or you can say the evaluation of evaluation parameter and different types of applications so far. Here the introduction will going to emphasize on the definition of the liposome are very simple. It's a simple microscopic vesicle in which an aqueous volume are entirely enclosed by a phospholipids bilayer molecule. Liposome, this terminology has first coined by the scientist Alec Bangham in England in the year of somehow 1961. The size of liposome ranges from some 20 nanometers up to the several micrometers. In the diagram, we are able to see the pink color two spheres are there, which is made up of the phospholipid bilayer. You can say these are the polar heads, and between these two rings of the pink color, we are able to see the some sort of the spike or the tails, you can say, in a blue color. That is nothing but the bilipid layer or the region where you are able to emphasize on where you are going to encapsulate the hydrophobic drug moiety, and in between there is a aqueous phase. You can able to incorporate your drug molecule which belongs to the water soluble category. This is the composition of liposome, what actually it is. So basically the liposome is consist of which is rather made up of the phospholipids and the cholesterol. So we're going to emphasize one by one. First is your phospholipid. Phospholipids are the basic molecular building block of the liposome. Phospholipids is a lipid which is a amphipathic, which consists of the hydrophilic polar head and hydrophobic tail. In the diagram, you are able to see the head as well as the tail. Head, which is a polar region, you can say the hydrophilic head it is, and in case of tail, you are able to see the non-polar region and hydrophobic drug molecule which can be embedded therein. So hence it's having the affinity for the both aqueous and polar moiety, that is both hydrophilic drugs can be encapsulated in the aqueous phase and hydrophobic drug molecules can be incorporated in the lipid bilayer. Most of the phospholipids belongs to two category, or you can say that phospholipids which can be useful for the formulation of the liposomes are of two type, that is PC and PE. PC is nothing but phosphatidylcholine, that is PC, and PE is nothing but the phosphatidyl ethanolamine. This is the raw structure of the liposome where you are able to see the different types of the components which is made up your liposome. Phospholipid, I have already told you that the one spherical, the center we are able to see here, which is comprises of aqueous phase by which one can easily incorporate or embed the hydrophilic drug molecule therein. Outside the small centric sphere, there is a different types of the different types of wavy like structure, that is nothing but your hydrophobic region, wherein your this is the region of your lipid bilayer, wherein you are able to incorporate your lipophilic molecules, and when we talk regarding the middle and the outer sphere, which is of pink color, which is nothing but your phospholipids, and there are the tail formation of the tails, which is nothing but your fatty acid chain. Second part is your cholesterol which can make the membrane stabilize, that is your steroid lipid maybe, and intertagitates between the phospholipids, that is when transition temperature if it is below, then it will going to make your membrane less order, but in another way, when your transition temperature is quite of above, then it will going to make your membrane quite more order. What actually this transition temperature is, the temperature at which the lipid membrane undergoes the phase transition is called as phase transition temperature, and it is determined by the microcalorimetry. Role of cholesterol in the bilayer formation, which acts as an fluidity buffer. After intercalations with the phospholipid molecule, alter the freedom of motion of carbon molecule in a acyl chain, which restrict the transformation of trans to gauge conformation. Incorporations into the phospholipid membrane up to the 1:1 or 2:1 ratio of cholesterol to PC. As far as its role better related with the membrane phospholipid bilayer as well as the water soluble substances is concerned, it will going to enhance the stability of membrane. It will also going to provoke the rigidity of the phospholipid bilayer, and meanwhile it will also going to reduce the permeability of the water soluble substances. As far as mechanism of formation of liposome is concerned, the in aqueous medium, the phospholipid, as they are not soluble, align themselves closely in planar bilayer sheets or lipid cakes, which is thermodynamically stable, in which the polar head groups face outwards into the aqueous medium and the lipid chains turns inwards to avoid the water phase, and giving rise to double layer or the bilayer. This bilayer sheet is look like your sandwich. Upper part, which is your polar head, and middle part, that is nothing but your thread like structure, which is of yellow or brown in color, which is made up of your lipid bilayer. So you are able to embed your lipophilic drug molecule there in the in between the what we can say the upper part and lower part, that is nothing but your middle part one, which consists of hydrophobic region, and upper part which is of your spongy like structure of your balls, which is your obviously the polar heads, which consist of the hydrophilic in region, wherein you are able to incorporate your drug molecule which belongs to the water soluble category, and that bilayer sheet is called as the lamella. Over the preparation of this bilayer sheet, when we are supposed to expose this bilayer sheet for the hydration reaction, then that bilayer sheet is actually it will going to swells, and eventually they curve to form a closed vesicle in the form of spheres, and these spheres are called as a liposome. As far as the mechanism of liposome is concerned, in the last slide we had seen the how that bilayer of lipid it is going to expose for the hydration purpose, and how that lamella it's going to eventually swell and form the spherical shape. What that sphere is called as the liposome, wherein in case of this diagram we are able to see the dry lipid film which we have to expose it for the water, then obviously it will going to swell after a while period, which has been confined with respect to the aqueous as well as non-aqueous region, that is polar head and as well as the non-polar head. The arrangement or the alignment, you can say, it takes place over the agitation. After the agitations you will get the multivesicular vesicle. So that multivesicular vesicle, that is MVV, we have to expose it for the trimming purpose, where we have to expose it for the different types of the techniques, that is extrusion, then sonication, then homogenization, and after the completion of these particular techniques you will get the different types of the size and shape of the different types of the liposome. As far as the classification of the liposome is concerned, here this classification has been designed on the basis of three different criteria, that is, first is your structural parameter, second is your method of preparation, then third is your composition and application. Over the structure parameters, when we are supposed to talk regarding the classification of liposome, it having the four middle main part or the main class, that is MLV, OLV, UV and MVV. This MLV is nothing but is your multilamellar vesicle, wherein you are going to find out the particle size which is greater than 0.5 micrometer. OLV, that is oligolamellar vesicle, wherein you are going to identify the particle size which is in the range of 0.1 to 1 micrometer. In case of unilamellar vesicle, you will going to identify the particle size of the liposomes can be find with the with all region, or all size of the ranges you will going to obtain here from nano to micro even. In case of MVV, multivesicular vesicle, wherein you will going to identify the particle size which is quite of more enough than 1 micrometer even. Unilamellar vesicle can also going to divided into the 4 different part, that is SUV, LUV, GUV and MUV. SUV is nothing but small unilamellar vesicle wherein the particle size was found to be 20 to 100 nanometer. LUV, large unilamellar vesicles wherein the particle size may be greater than 100 nanometer. Giant unilamellar vesicles wherein the word itself indicate the giant, so particle size is obviously greater than 1 micrometer. The medium unilamellar vesicles, the word itself indicate medium, so you will get the particle size in the range of your medium scale. Here in this diagram you will going to observe the different types of the shape and sizes of the liposome was observed. SUV, MUV, then LUV, GUV, MVV, MLV, oligo, which is comprises the polar and non-polar head, which is comprises the obviously the hydrophilic and the hydrophobic region, wherein you will going to identify the different types of the shapes of the liposomes has formed depending upon the techniques you have used after the swelling, after the MLVs has been exposed for the particular region of techniques, that is for the extrusion technique, then sonication technique as well as the centrifugation. Depending upon the techniques you have used, you will going to use the different types of the shape and size of the liposomes was will really going to be confined its own way. The classification is based upon the method of preparation, where you are able to see the REV and MLV is gonna prepare with the help of reverse phase evaporation method. Then second one is your SPLV, stable plurilamellar vesicle. Then next one is your FAT MLV, which can be frozen and thawed MLVs. Then next one is your VET vesicles prepared by the extrusion techniques, and next one is your dehydrated rehydration method. So these are the different types of the ideal methods wherein you will going to formulate your liposome which is of your expected shape and size. Next classification, it is based upon the composition and the applications. The first liposome is your conventional liposome, that is your CL, which is your neutral negatively charged phospholipids and the cholesterol. Fluoxogenic liposome, which is your reconstituted Sendoi virus envelope. Next is your pH sensitive liposome. By using the phospholipids such as PE or DOPE with OA, we can formulate your pH sensitive liposomes too. Ketonic liposomes can be manufactured with the selection of appropriate ketonic lipids. With the help of DOPE, you are able to confine to formulate your ketonic liposomes. Then long circulatory liposome, that is LCL. Then long stealth liposome, you can say in another word, which is of high transition temperatures made using the cholesterol and 5 to 10% of PEG. With respect to the DSP or GM1, you can use to formulate your LCL or LSL. Next one is your immunoliposome. These liposomes can be useful along with the monoclonal antibody which acts as and maybe the immunosuppressants or the immunomodulator. You can formulate your monoclonal antibodies with the help of different types of the genetic engineering techniques, or with the help of recombinant DNA technology. You can use the different types of the composition of the material for the formulation of the liposome and different types of the monoclonal body along with. So with the help of monoclonal antibodies, these are the suitable choice of drug therapy which nowadays are booming to treat the different types of the life threatening diseases. So this is all about the classification of your liposome. So we had seen in detail the classification, which is based upon the 3 parameter, that is composition parameter, then second is your method of preparation, and third is nothing but the classification of liposome, which is based upon the composition and the application so far. Next one, this is nothing but the different types of the shape of the liposome which has been formed with the help of different types of the composition parameter, different types of the method of preparation, different types of the applications too. So the ketonic, targeted, stealth and conventional. So these are the different types of the area where you are going to identify the different types of the shape and size of the liposome was is manufactured or formulate, you can say, wherein you are able to incorporate your hydrophilic drug of choice as well as the hydrophobic drug of choice suitably. It is totally depend upon the formulator expectations and the objective or the rationale, you can say, for the formulation of the liposome. And obviously the formulation of the liposome, it is also going to be depend upon what kind of the composition you are using to target your area. NDDS is a suitable choice of example wherein you are going to formulate your liposome for the treatment of the different types of the diseases. So in next lecture or the presentations, you will going to identify, you will going to see the different types of the presentations which is related with the characterization or the evaluation parameter so far, and we will going to also see the different types of the applications of the liposome in next presentation. Thank you so much.